afternoon, friends and family, and after a 3-year famine of music making in the glorious grounds of Strathallan and our Easter course, I am absolutely proud and delighted to be back. And wow, we are really back, and we do hope that you will be impressed today. We've had 4 fantastic days here in Strathallan. The kids and all the staff have worked extremely hard, and I'm extremely grateful to them all for all of their work, their enthusiasm, their positivity, and I hope that you feel that in the room today as you sit back and enjoy the concert. And for those of you joining us at home, in the comfort of wherever you may be around the country, I know some people have been held up because of road traffic, so if you're in your car, a special apologies, but welcome to you, and please hope this is something that you will really remember. Our young people are ready, the stage is set and they're looking amazing. Our conducting team are ready, and without any further ado, it gives me great delight to hand you over to our reserve band conductor, Mr. John Wilkes, and the National Youth Brass Band of Scotland.
Wow. Don't they sound great? So imagine this, 4 days of scariness. You turn up on day one, some people you haven't met before, some people you have. 2 different bands, reserves and seniors, and we've got to put a programme together. Ian and I, well, Ian did quite a lot of the work, and thank you for that. Our players have been brilliant. They've come together, they've worked really, really hard, and we think that the 4 days have been very, very worthwhile. And well done, you guys. That was a great start. So that was called Starburst. And Starburst is a piece by Dan Price, and it's all about the formation of stars. So I hope you got that impression. We're now going to change to feature one of our soloists. And this is a piece called Carrickfergus, arranged by Stephen Roberts. It's written for solo baritone, and we're going to feature our principal solo baritone. Her name is Charlie Bolts, so will you welcome to play Carrickfergus, Charlie Bolts. how do I conduct after that? So, Easter is normally a time when the two bands come together so that we can see those are the reserve band who want to move to the senior band, whether they're ready for it or not. But this year, slightly different because we've decided to go to Birmingham. Wow, what a thought that is. This is a once, probably in a lifetime chance for us, because normally it would be the top Scottish youth band. But this is a terrible time of year for youth bands because of exams and all the rest of it. So we managed to ask this lot if they wanted to go, and they went, yes, we want to go. So it's in Birmingham, which is great as well, because normally it's in Malmo or Ostend or Lille or wherever. So it's in that other side of the border, and we think we can get there. And there are 6 youth bands involved, and it's a competition. And they all play 20-minute programme, which includes a test piece, and we'll play that at the end. So what you've heard so far are our entertainment pieces. And the next one is a piece that I spoke to Ian, and Ian gave me some ideas, and he gave me this piece. He said it's a great piece. I'd never heard it before. It's called Elegy for Dunkirk by, well, the music's by Dario Marinelli, but this arrangement is by Daniel Hall. And it's from the film Atonement, which I'd never seen before. So there's a little clip on YouTube with the music and the scene. And the scene is on a beach. And the soldier is walking along the beach, and it's full of the fog of war, things happening, people lying dead, one man sitting sunbathing. It's a bit strange. But then they come to this bandstand where there's a choir of soldiers, bloodied and bruised, and they're singing, Dear Lord and Father of Mankind. So as he walks past, it gets louder, and then as he goes away, it gets softer, and it ends peacefully. I hope you enjoy this. This is a beautiful piece, Elegy for Dunkirk. Wasn't that beautiful? That's a lovely piece. Need to see the film now, which is what I'm going to do. So, we have a test piece to play. And the word test piece usually means that it tests. And there are things in it that we have to make sure we get, little effects, and we've worked really hard to get all those effects. And again, this is quite a descriptive piece. It's called Corinius by Christopher Bond. It was a set test piece for youth bands before, and this time this is the set for the development section. I'll just read you a little bit about the sort of what it's about, which might give you an idea. There's a whole script here, but I'm not going to read all of that to you. So, Corinius, in medieval British legend, was a prodigious warrior, a fighter of giants, and the eponymous founder of Cornwall. The first of the legendary rulers of Cornwall, he is described as a character of strength and power. It is on the medieval ruler that this new work, Corinius, is based, presented in 3 contrasting sections. So we've got some tension, some fighting, and then some pause for a breath, and then a big finish. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed our programme. And here we have Corinius. Did you enjoy that? Did you feel the battle? Did you win? It now comes upon myself to do some thanks because our director, who normally doesn't stop speaking, has lost her voice, which is great. Just stay there, me, okay? So some quick thanks, just so they can get a breath back, and then we'll hand over to Ian to do the next part. So first of all, thanks to Strathallan staff, especially Carlos and Tracy. Carlos for always moving chairs and jumping about. Thanks, Carlos. Thanks, Tracy. We love this place. Can we come back every year? To SN Percussion for supplying the percussion instruments. You can't see it properly, some of you, but the amount of percussion we have there is unbelievable. And for 4 people to make that noise. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks to Nigel Martin, our Saba PR guy, for doing all the media coverage and also taking photographs today. To James McGoldrick, who's up in God's up there, who's doing the live stream and also the microphones. All of the NYBBS staff for making the course run smoothly and looking after our NYBBS family. A special mention to Brett Baker, who just popped in for the day, as you do. He loves NYBBS so much. He was here last year. He can't do this summer, so we gave him a hard time, so he thought he would come up and give us a visit. So what he did was he did some work with the band, and it's always a pleasure to see Brett, and he will be back sometime in the future. Brett plays for a little band called Black Dyke, so he's not a bad chap. A huge thank you to Tom Allen and Damien Martin for all of their invaluable hard work. In fact, I think those 2 guys need a special clap. I don't know where Tom is, but where's Damien? Is he up there? Damien, hello. How you come? Come on. Tom? Our 2 hard-working... So this week has been extra special because the 3 NYBBS MDs have come together. That's Ian for the senior band, myself for the reserves, and Alan Fernie, who's hiding in there for the children's band. And as a team, we feel it's important to come together and have a chat, and we've done that, and we're talking about the future and making this band better, the 3 bands better, to be the cream of our young brass players. And then they will feed into, hopefully, our brass bands and orchestras, and have a lifelong learning that they will take ahead. So I would just like to say a special thank you to Ian, because when we came on Monday, I asked Ian if he could run the pieces for me, because he's got loads of experience. He's not older than me, but I really do appreciate the help he gave me, and I'd like to say a big thank you to that. And I think the band should give Ian a special thank you as well for that. Normally Ian would conduct the band for the whole of Easter, and he would do Birmingham if he could, but he's taken a little band called Tredegar, who are probably one of the favourites for the European. So Ian, I'm happy to be in your place, but I wish you all the luck in Birmingham for the Euros. And I'm now going to ask Ian to come and take the second half of the concert. So will you give Ian Porthouse a big welcome, please?
Just give me a little scare at the end.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. It's not often, as a conductor, especially at the end of a week's course or a 4-day course, that I actually get to listen to the band. So thanks, John, for enabling me to sit in the audience. I am absolutely gutted I won't be able to conduct the band at the European contest, but if the way the day works out, if I'm available, not rehearsing or performing at the same time, I'll be in the audience, probably with Carrie and Leanne and all your supporters. We'll be the really noisy ones in the audience. So, but it sounds amazing, doesn't it? After 4 days, we're absolutely really proud of you all. It sounds superb. So, good job. That music, if you don't know it, was by Vaughan Williams. This year is Vaughan Williams 150. So there's a lot of Vaughan Williams being played all around the country. My band, Tredegar, as John just mentioned, we've just finished recording all of Vaughan Williams' music for brass band, original music, and a lot of new arrangements, that being one of them. So that was Flourish for Band. We're going to carry on now with a slightly controversial piece, because this is Alan Fernie's tribute to another composer, and it's become really popular, hasn't it, Alan? I'll let you into a little secret as well. This next piece you're going to hear, Prismatic Light, by Alan Fernie, this is the first time Alan's ever played it. He's conducted it quite a few times, but this is the first time, so if there's any dodgy trombone playing, it's probably Alan. So we'll forgive him that. But anyway, do you like playing this piece, guys? Yeah. We had one no. That was probably Alan, but we love playing it. It's good fun. It's a what is it? A rip snorter, I think is that the term? It's a lot of fun. Anyway, here we go with Prismatic Light. Thank you, Alan. Thank you. So, the week, as John said, we met on Monday. Even though we sort of had the course last year, the thing that was missing was this. Can you all remember being in this room with James's camera, speaking to the camera, and it had as much atmosphere as nothing, did it really? It was the week was good for us, but the performance, the end, for me, a residential course, this is what it's about, this last moment. Is it the same for you? Well, at least Andrew was going. Absolutely. Actually, we had a lot of fun last night, didn't we? So about, 18 hours ago, in this room was, you're all very lucky that I don't use a baton. The band know what I'm on about. We had a talent contest last night, and with some wonderful singers and a couple of stand-up comedians. One of them involved a joke involving me, and doing things to audience members that... anyway, we won't go into that, will we? Lucy, can you spot the one on the front row that might have been the stand-up comedian? Lucy, would you like to stand up? No. But it was a tale very well told, I have to say. But we've had so much fun. It's been absolutely brilliant. There is one person you've probably noticed isn't here today that we would normally expect to see at the course, and that's our conductor emeritus, Richard Evans. Richard, unfortunately, is suffering a bit of ill health at the moment, and we really hope Richard is back with us in the summer, because you've had a bit of an easy week, haven't you, with Mr. Evans tending to sit up straight and various other things. So we hope Richard's back with us in the summer. We're going to carry on now with some music by Joseph Turin. This is music that was written in 1998 after, unfortunately, Princess Diana lost her life, and Joseph felt inspired to write a piece of music to talk about her life and the influence she had. I picked it not for that reason. I picked it because it's normally a slow piece in a band concert. How long does it last? Normal piece. 3 minutes, 3.5 maximum. This piece is a little bit, don't worry, it's not 20 minutes or anything like that. It's just a bit more extended. And it is an absolutely masterpiece of emotional, writing. It's like choral writing, really, for brass band. But there are a lot of challenges in it for the players. So that's why I really picked it, was for us to work at lots of techniques about balance and sound, and the tempos move around all over the place, so that's the main reason we picked it. But the fact that it's an amazing piece of music is the most important for you. So I do hope you enjoy Hymn for Diana. I know we've got one soprano player in the audience. Where's Dave Prentice? David. Is that one of the scariest moments you've had to have? Yeah. So you sit there for about 5 minutes in that piece and it's all good, and then you've just got to come in on this note that's where the band goes really quiet. Well, that's what you get paid the extra money for. So, bravo, sopranos. Okay, so we come to our finale, and this will be the finale. There is no encore, because when you play this piece, there is definitely not an encore. You don't want to play anything after this, do you? No, the chords are good. No. So it's a piece that I remember from probably, over 20 years ago, that was really popular. You know, you get those pieces that are around for a few years, everybody's playing them at the concerts. It's a great arrangement by Andy Duncan, and it's music from the film Last of the Mohicans. But the tune, The Gale, we've discovered this week, was written by a fairly local musician. I would say he's called Dougie McLean, but apparently it's called Doogie. Doogie! Thanks, Jim. McLean, who I think lives about 20 miles from here. So that's amazing. Have you all seen the film, The Last of the Mohicans? It's a fairly intense film, isn't it? But this part of the music is definitely Scottish. Do you enjoy playing this? I know the percussion do. Look at the percussion. Yeah. As you can see, we've got a Depp on percussion. Damien is in because he's going to play the Celeste part. If you're not familiar what the Celeste is, it's the bit that plays the Harry Potter tune. Dun, 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 dun. Well, we haven't got a Celeste, so he's playing it on is it a vibraphone? Yeah, well done, Damien. So a few thanks from me before we play the last piece. Firstly, to Carrie, who is, I don't know, most people say, John, do you know this? Most people say they don't know how you live with that amount of energy. Have you noticed Carrie is full of energy, John is quite calm? or he looks quite calm anyway, so anyway. Carrie, the amount of work you do, I know not just for NYBBS and for Saba, is unreal. We don't know how you do it, but please carry on doing it. Can we all give Carrie a massive round of applause? It's normally thanking the tutors. Obviously, we don't have tutors at Easter, so John and Alan. I know Alan's been. We've split up into. We split the band into 3 most days. I looked after the cornets. Alan with the trombones and low brass, and John with the middle of the band. So, chaps, thank you very much. It just helps to make it sound better, and the fact that they're really easy fellas to work with is a massive bonus for me. So, John and Alan, thank you. And lastly, to the players. Well, not quite lastly. This is the first time we've felt like a real band again, isn't it? It certainly is for me from the very first time I did NYBBS, which is now, I think, 4 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm not quite sure when that thing happened. You've been fantastic. If that's what we can do in 4 days on new music, imagine what we can do in a week. Some of the music will be harder than this in the summer, but it'll be even more fun. So thank you. I know Leanne's had a great week as well. She likes to see me kept busy and working hard, but you've been brilliant. I know a lot of you, some of you, this has been a completely new experience, and for some of you, the older ones, you're in different, more responsible positions. You've done brilliantly, so thank you. Could you give them a round of applause? Great job, especially you. And very lastly, I'd like to thank you, because this is the thing that we missed, and I know you've got to take him home afterwards as well, haven't you? My son's on the British band at the moment, so we've got to get him from Harrogate on sometime over the weekend. I can't quite remember. But honestly, thank you, and please keep supporting these kids. All we read in the press is that brass bands are struggling and blah blah blah. Well, we certainly haven't felt that this week, so. If you keep doing your bit, we'll keep doing our bit, and brass bands will be as strong as they've ever been. And so, thank you. And we'll finish with music by Doogie McLean and Trevor Jones. This is The Gale.